Good morning. Sylvie's here.
Groups here.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, all.
Maida Coleman here.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Kenny's here.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, sir.
Guys,
All right. Well, Commissioner Holzman will not be in attendance today. He wanted me to let everyone know he's visiting family in Montana and won't be able to log on. So at 10:15, we'll get this knocked out. All right, it is now 10:15, and we do have a quorum, so we will go ahead and convene the agenda meeting for July 15th, 2020. Again, due to COVID, we're still conducting agendas via WebEx for the foreseeable future. Appreciate those participating on the call. Please mute unless you need to speak. First order of business is to approve the minutes from July 8th, 2020. You all have seen those. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes from July 8th, 2020, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those minutes are approved 4-0. We are going to pull the sixth order, which was WM 2020-0387 from today's agenda. We'll address that at a later date. So first up, all we have today is 5 tariffs and new orders, and no case discussion or anything else, so we'll get right to it. First up in tariffs and new orders, file number ER 2020-0388. This is in the matter of Evergy Metro Inc., DBA Evergy Missouri, Metro's demand-side investment mechanism rider rate adjustment and true-up required by 20 CSR 4240-20.093 sub 4. So Evergy Metro submitted a tariff sheet and testimony support to changes for its DSIM rate. The tariff sheet is part of the semi-annual adjustments as part of its MIA. Staff reviewed the filings and recommended that the tariff sheet be approved to go into effect on August 1st. No other responses were received, so I support this order approving the revised tariff sheet, which is version 2. Commissioner Kinney?
I support the order as well.
Commissioner Roop?
I will join you in support of the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The order is approved 4-0. Next up, file number ER 2020-0389. This is in the matter of Evergy Missouri West, Inc., DBA Evergy Missouri West's demand-side investment mechanism rider rate adjustment and true-up required by 20 CSR 4240-20.093 sub 4. So similar to the prior order, this order deals with Evergy Missouri West's semi-annual adjustment to its DSIM rider rate. Staff reviewed the information provided by the company and recommended that tariff sheets be approved. No other responses were received, so this order approves the revised tariff sheets going into effect also on August 1st, and I support this order as drafted version 2. Commissioner Kinney?
I support the order.
And Commissioner Roop?
I support the order as well.
Commissioner Coleman?
I'm in support.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Order is approved 4-0. Next up, file number GE 2020-0294. This is in the matter of the notice and application of Spire Missouri Inc. regarding completion of its residential and small commercial service yard line replacement program and program to address remaining yard lines owned by its commercial and industrial customers in its Spire East and Spire West service territories. Spire requested approval of a program to replace the unprotected steel yard lines owned by large commercial and industrial customers in both of its service territories. And Spire's proposed program would allow either the customer to replace the line by themselves and then allow Spire to perform an inspection, or would allow Spire to replace the line. But the second option would involve Spire owning the replaced lines by extending its service line. Spire's application indicates that there's a total of 34 unprotected yard lines that would be impacted by this program. And under prior commission orders, the deadline for these replacements is 2020. The company requested that the deadline for completing the replacements be extended to December 31st, of 2025. Staff has reviewed the application, rules, prior orders, discovery responses, and evaluated safety implications. After a thorough review, staff recommended that the program be approved with certain conditions, including that Spire doing additional public awareness efforts when replacements are delayed and conducting weekly odorant intensity testing in those areas. So Spire would also need to conduct quarterly leak surveys for unprotected steel yard lines until they are replaced. No other responses to Spire's application were received. Spire has indicated that it does not plan to recover costs for the replacements through its ISRIS. This commission can waive compliance with any of the requirements of its rules in 20 CSR 4240-40.30 if there is a showing that gas safety will not be compromised. So I believe that this proposal, with the conditions recommended by staff, will ensure that gas safety is maintained while providing options to ensure that these lines are replaced. So I support the order approving Spire's unprotected steel yard line replacement program for commercial and industrial customers and granting the requested waivers and requiring the conditions recommended by staff. So this is version 1. Commissioner Kinney.
I am in support of the order as well.
And Commissioner Roop.
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman.
I'm in support.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted, version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The order is approved 4-0. Next up, file number GE 2020-0297. This is in the matter of a waiver of Commission Rule 20 CSR 4240-40.30, sub 12, sub S, for all Missouri natural gas distribution companies and municipal gas distribution systems. Due to COVID, staff is requesting that the Commission waive the conditions in that rule, which require interstate gas pipeline operators to visually inspect accessible customer gas piping at the time gas is turned on for customers. So we previously granted a waiver of this rule in an order issued in March, but staff is requesting that this waiver be extended to December 30th of this year to be consistent with the expiration of the Governor's Executive Order 20-02 that was issued on March 13th. So staff's proposal identifies certain conditions that an operator would have to comply with before being eligible for the waiver, including that the waiver only applies when a customer or gas service tech has specifically documented concerns about COVID. Starting in September, the waiver will only apply where a customer refuses entry to the gas technician due to COVID concerns. In situations where a waiver is appropriate, additional safety measures would also be required, such as instructions on what to do if the customer smells gas and the operator conducting weekly odorant intensity tests. This waiver will not relieve an operator from discontinuing service if a fuel line or equipment is found to be unsafe. Operators will still be required to comply with federal pipeline safety standards. The conditions suggested by staff, I think, ensure that gas safety is not compromised. And for that reason, I support this order modifying the deadline for the waiver, and this is version 2. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop.
I support the order as well.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted, version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 4-0. Finally, today, file number ER 2019-0335. This is in the matter of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren Missouri's tariffs to decrease its revenues for electric service. So the Commission previously issued a report and order in Ameren's rate case. Public Counsel has filed an application for rehearing and a request for corrections. Specifically, the request for correction is in a factual finding stating that Ameren was more likely to have a decrease in fuel costs than to have an increase. Ameren responded and indicated that they are in agreement with OPC's position. So we have amended the report and order that revises the language in the factual finding and added the clarifying language in our decision. So I support this amended report and order, which has a July 25th effective date, and this is also version 2. Commissioner Kinney.
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop.
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I'm in support.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 4-0. So that concludes reports and orders for today. We have no other pending business other than scheduling. So,
Mr. Chairman.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner?
Commissioner Kinney, did we approve the minutes from July 8th or June 8th?
June 8th.
July 8th. I'm sorry. Did we approve? I don't believe we approved the minutes from July 8th unless my NFL concussion syndrome is kicking in.
Let me look. Hold on. I thought we did at the very beginning of this call. I thought that was the first thing that we did before mentioning
we
that
did.
we were. Yeah.
I don't recall it.
Those poor NFL players, we really got to do more for them.
Okay, I bet you I'm right. We didn't approve it, but I could be wrong. Go ahead.
Commissioner, if you would like, we can approve them again. They haven't changed, so we can.
That would be great.
All right. All those in favor of approving the minutes from July 8th, 2020, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those minutes are approved 4-0. Okay, so on to scheduling. Wednesday, July 22nd, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. Friday, July 24th, we have an evidentiary hearing in GC 2020-0201. This is Claude Scott v. Spire at 10:30 a.m. Judge Jacobs presiding, and we plan to conduct that hearing via WebEx. Monday, July 27th, we have an evidentiary hearing in MC 2020-0135. This is PSC v. Brune Mobile Home Sales at 9 a.m. Judge Graham is presiding, and we are going to try to do that one over WebEx as well. Wednesday, July 29th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. That agenda will include a presentation from Ameren on their AMI rollout and customer education on the new TOU rates. That will be during agenda, but it will be at the end. Wednesday, August 5th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Also, Wednesday, August 5th through Thursday, August 6th, we have an evidentiary hearing in TC 2020-033, which is Socket Telecom LLC v. CenturyLink at 9 a.m. In room 310, Judge DePel presiding. We're also going to try and do that with WebEx if it works for the parties. Tuesday, August 11th through Wednesday, August 12th, we have an evidentiary hearing in EO 2018-0211. This is Ameren's third filing to implement regulatory changes in furtherance of energy efficiency as allowed by MEA. That's currently scheduled at 8 a.m. in room 310. But I think that there have been some settlements in this case. So by that time, we may end up actually just having an on-the-record presentation rather than a full 2 days of hearing. Tuesday, August 11th, there's a rulemaking hearing in EX 2020-0006. This is in the matter of the proposed amendments to 4 CSR 240-20.060. Those are filing requirements for electric utility cogeneration. That's at 10 a.m. in room 310 with Judge Clark presiding. That will be a physical hearing because it was already published in the Register. But we are going to additionally try and add WebEx for people to join who don't want to physically be there. And then Wednesday, August 12th, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. That gets us out through August 12th. Are there any additions, concerns, requests regarding scheduling? All right, seeing none, we have no case discussion or anything else today, so that concludes business coming before the body. If no one has anything else, we will stand adjourned.
Thank you,
All right.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. We are
Take care.
adjourned.